We must swiftly but humanely swab them from the deck before more show up and disrupt our fantastic voyage any further. Wow, that was educational, no? Mm-hmm.
What's up, team, and thank you for checking in on us today. Today we are going to be continuing our gauntlet farming. Today we are jumping in on the Fantastic Voyage Expedition. This is, of course, Tier 1, so we've got our trusty rusty Ronin Mythrider, I believe is his name. And I did check, so he is level 5. I'm pretty positive about that. So we're going to be obviously doing Tier 1 here. Now, it's been a while since I've actually done this one, but I do remember that the boss at the end of it can be kind of tricky. If you hit him with a specific spell, obviously you will, he will shield himself with that school spell shield, if that makes any sense. But I don't think, and let me look over here real quick, I've got it pulled up. I don't think Tier 1, which is levels 1 through 29, I don't believe he cheats on Tier 1. Yeah, there's no cheats on Tier 1, but there are 4 fights, and of course, so we're going to be doing 10 runs. We're going to keep track of the time, how often we get to go first, and any drops that we may get. Also, this time I'm going to remember right here, our gold. We have 58,630 gold. So I'm going to hopefully make a note of that, and we will see how much gold we accumulate after 10 runs. So without further ado, let's hop in there and get run number 1 started. Okay, so now we have wrapped up run number 1. The only thing we got from the boss was a housing item. So nothing to write home about. I'm checking my higher level, same deal. Only a housing item here. Let me look at the clock here. So 6 plus 2, that was an 8-minute run there. There's a lot of dialogue, but it's a pretty good story. Something about the microfish, you can't let the microfish get taken away or something like that. But if you're running 2 characters, it is kind of a challenge because there's not a lot of just straight, just going from one place to another. And there's a lot of turning and stuff. So if you've ever had to navigate 2 different characters on 2 different, mice or keyboards or whatever, it can be kind of hard to keep up. Obviously you can't use your mount in here, and it can be a challenge, but 8 minutes, not too shabby. The other thing though about my low level that I'll say here, we haven't got a potion yet, and that really hurts. We didn't get to go first once this whole time here, and they are storm. You got a lot of storm in here, and of course this guy's myth, so he took it on the chin. I didn't have to flee and heal, but I can definitely see that happening if this trend continues. So, well, again, that wraps up run number 1. Let's move on to the next one. So that finishes up run number 2 here, and another housing item is what we get for the boss fight there. I'm looking up. It looks like that our higher level got the same thing, so not encouraging so far in our first 2 runs, but we will continue on. So see you soon for the end of run 3. Alright guys, so that wraps up number 3, and I can tell by our little tabs over here that, again, nothing but a housing item. This run took a little bit longer. Didn't get to go first at all this entire run, so I had to port out and get some health. He was too low to make it to the final fight, so... yeah, this isn't quite the end of it. You do go talk to Jacques Cousteau outside, and he gives you a little bit of gold and your fishing elixir there. But for all intents and purposes, this was another fail. So let's move on to the next one. So that brings us to the end of run number 4, and looking over here, we don't even need to open up our chat, I don't think. Man. So a snack, well, hey, a mega snack, so unfortunately that's the best thing we've got so far. And another housing item. Let's see, up top we got a treasure card for the higher level. So, goodness gracious. Okay, I'm looking at the time. Wow, we might have figured something out. That took right at 5 minutes. Right at 5 minutes, so we're smoking. Maybe we figured something out. So let's run out here and turn this in, or finish this one. We'll start run number 5. Okay, and wrapping up that run, I believe this was number 5, and nothing to ride home again once again. We've got a housing item, treasure card, and a snack. So again, riding home is not something we're going to be doing very frequently, at least up until this point. So let's go outside and talk to Jock and get the next one started. Okay, team, that's wrapping up run number 6 there. And although we did get more this run, well, we got 2 mega snacks, so that's comparing it to what we've received so far, I guess that's a pretty good run. So anyway, I guess we will take those mega snacks and we'll run. So off to run number 7. Hopefully it's lucky. Okay, team, we're wrapping up that run there, and 2 housing items and a treasure card. So, yeah, our luck continues. Unfortunately, it's bad luck. So, yeah, let's hop on into the next one and see if we can change things around. Okay, guys, that's finishing up run number 8 here, and I was stuck in Unicorn Way there. Sweet pineapple. So that's not even a mega snack. Looking up at the higher level, another housing item. So far through 8 runs, you know, am I going to say nothing to write? Nah, let's not finish that. But lackluster. We'll go with lackluster so far. So let's wrap this up and let's start run number 9. Okay, so we're putting the end on another run here, and well, here we go. It's just a carbon copy of what we've been doing basically so far. Outrigger paddles is my reward for this one. So we've got one more shot in our 10-run farming of the Fantastic Voyage Expedition. I believe is it Expedition? I know it's Fantastic Voyage, but anyway, so we got one more chance to see if we can pick anything up, and I guess there's no reason to wait. Let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, team. That wraps up run number 10 there, and I just noticed that I had my mic on mute, so hopefully I don't have to hop out here and run another one. But nonetheless, I'm no stranger to silence, and you guys probably appreciate it if it is actually muted. But, okay, so we've reached the final one here. Crab cakes and accurate. I don't know if crab cakes are a mega snack or not. gosh, how are they? Are they alphabetical here? So ABC. Okay, let's see if we can look at them here. It's crab cakes, not crab apples. Okay, so that's a mega snack. So we did end up with a mega snack. Let's see, up top. What is that? I think our high level here may have got the pet. Let me take a look here. No, didn't get the pet. So okay, that was just a housing item. Thought it might got a pet, but you can get a pet. Well, let me double check that. I'm pretty positive that you can get the little tiki pet. Well, actually, yeah, that's right. You can get the little tiki pet, the sunbird, and the frostfish on tier 1. So those are items that we did not get. Also, there was a pretty decent wand in there that I'd like to have picked up. The gear in here, it was interesting. There were no stats on them, but you know, this gave a trap, that gave a blade. It was all the gear gave an item card, but it was like a trap or a blade, a charm or a ward, I guess. So interesting, but you know, nothing super great. But guys, as we come to the close, I'm going to hop out of here and take a look at the numbers and crunch those for you guys, and we will be back shortly with the final numbers. Alright guys, I think we finally got our totals here so we can see these lackluster numbers that we've got. A little bit about this gauntlet here, and of course this is tier 1, but we plan on, you know, moving up the ladder there a little later on, but we're going to do tier 1s first. So, but one thing that I would say, as far as if you're controlling 2 people, and I think I probably mentioned this back in the video from previous runs and so forth, but if you're running 2 characters, it can be kind of a challenge because you've got a lot of stuff, you know, like this. You go in here and then you've got to come out and around. It's just not a lot of straight walks. At one point you got to come in here, you got to adjust that, and then you've got to come back over here and adjust that as well. So it will stretch your abilities as far as being able to navigate 2 different characters at the same time. But anyway, it's not a terribly complicated one. Obviously, tier 1 doesn't have any cheats, so you know, that goes without saying. And we were able to get through there. Let's see, our average run time was, I'm going to say 6 minutes. It was, when I did the math on it, it was like 6.1 or something like that. But we were able to get a couple of runs in 5 minutes, 3 runs actually in 5 minutes. When we first got started, we had a couple that were 8-minute long runs. The big thing that helped with that, speeded along, is that second fight. The second fight has 4 monsters in there. So if they go first, obviously that takes a lot more time than if you go first, and we were able to wipe them out. It was just an AoE, and we had them. So that was a little thing on that. But yep, 6 minutes per run. Okay, with going first in the particular battles, the percentage is at 40. Now it sure felt less than 40 to me, but 40% of the time we got to go first in the fight. I'm going to have to go back and look at the update and reread that about being in a group and the group increasing the chance of you going first, because the Sinbad Gauntlet, what was it, we were around 30 or something like that, I think, and this is 40. I figured for sure if you were in a group that you would at least get 50%, but no, not so much. And probably the most disappointing is the gear drop which is 0. We did not get one piece of gear. Even my 130 didn't get a piece of gear, which is she 130 or 140? Have I been insulting her? 140? Excuse me, Aaliyah. My apologies. How dare I? But nonetheless, 0 gear. Didn't get a wand or anything. And not the end of the world, but that's kind of what you would like to get. Or at least me, that's kind of my main goal. I like to start off with some better gear than just what's out there. So that was a 0% chance on that. Housing items and mega snacks was our big thing that we can point to that we got. It's about the best. So I guess that's the numbers. Oh, also gold. And obviously I'm not on my Ronin account here because Aaliyah here is the one that has the gauntlet in her account. But we started out with 58,630 gold, and we ended up with, let me see, I wrote it down here somewhere, or at least I thought I did. Well, I guess I didn't, or at least not where I can see it. But anyway, if memory serves me correctly, it was just shy of 5,000 gold that I got by running this 10 times. This one doesn't compare to the previous 2. If you're watching these in order, or if I loaded them up on the playlist in order, the Midnight Sun Pagoda. Well, wait a minute. We didn't do Tier 1 Midnight Sun Pagoda. That was level 100, right? Okay, so scratch that. Comparing this to the Sinbad Gauntlet, we did not get much gold at all. So, anyway, gold was decent, but I will say something different on this one compared to the last Sultan that we did. XP was better. I did level up once while I was doing this. I think you get you get full XP the first run, and then half of that I think the second run, something like that. But I was able to level up that lower level character, so that is one of the few pluses of this thing. Another thing I will mention is, although we didn't get any gear, I'm pretty stoked that it wasn't just a ton of crap like some gauntlets that give you and other places. Just a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you can sell it, but if you're short on gold, quest if you can. I mean, I usually have no problem with gold, usually, unless I've been hatching a lot of pets. But nonetheless, that was a small victory, I guess, is your backpack's not overloaded with just a bunch of, fish racks and bases, whatnot. So anyway, I guess that is where I will leave you guys for this one. I so much appreciate you guys sticking through to the end. Checking this video out means the world to me. But stay tuned, and hopefully I will have another gauntlet uploaded and run for you guys not too long after this one is. I'm not exactly sure which one we're going to do next, but anyway, there's one in the plans. So again, I appreciate you guys checking in on us, and hopefully soon I will see you in the spiral.